What's up, guys? This is Osprey97 once again bringing you a Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. This is a tournament battle. This is my second round versus a guy named Antonylo1. This is part of the Mufflone OU tournament. And the reason I didn't have the first battle is because the guy never even battled me. He just forfeited for some reason because he couldn't battle or something. But anyway, as some of you may know, I have been sick for the past week. And I've had an ear infection, and also I don't know if it was the flu or something like the flu, but yes. So as you may have noticed, this is an OU match, but I had a Tangela, which is NU, and that's because one of the OU Pokemon I had was missalved or misgenned, and it didn't have the right moves, and I just felt like it wouldn't be as good. And I'm glad I did, because even though Tangela doesn't do anything really in this match, you see this Jolteon right here, which could have easily taken out the Pokemon that was supposed to be there. But yes, so after seeing that, we'll get into the battle now. After seeing that amount of damage that Jolteon just did to my Tangela with that Thunder, I decided I'm gonna have to switch out, and I didn't know what to switch out into because most of my Pokemon on this team are water, and since it is a rain team, so I switched out into my Jirachi, thinking that it could probably take it well, and it does. It takes it decently, seeing how much special attack that Jolteon has. And he goes for the Volt Switch, and I can already tell that this thing's going to be a pain the whole battle. But he switches out into his Vaporeon, and I didn't know exactly why he switched out into a Vaporeon on this. I was thinking, I don't play OU much, so I don't know about a lot of the Pokemon, but I was thinking Vaporeon is bulky, so maybe that was why. But you'll see later on that he has the ability Hydration, and that's basically why he switched out. And right here, actually, you'll see that I misclicked. I was supposed to go for the Wish, and I accidentally went for the Protect. But I mean, it's alright. He was going to go for the Scald, so it basically saved me the potential of being burned. So, I go for another Body Slam. I'm trying to get the Parahacks. And I do get the Parahacks, but like I said, this is the reason he brought out his Vaporeon, because it has Hydration, which heals its status effect in the rain, which kind of blows. But yeah, that was kind of a waste of a few turns there. So yes, I do get the leftovers. He gets to healing this from his Hydration. And turn my TV off. Yes, he has his leftovers also. So I switch out into my Toxicroak, and this is where the match pretty much starts flowing. He goes for the Wish, which I'm lucky because I didn't want to take an attack coming in with this guy, and I didn't have to, luckily. So I go for my Substitute here. He won't really be able to do anything much to me anyway, so he switches out into his Scizor, and I'm not exactly sure why, because I don't think any of the moves that Scizor has in OU, or at all in general, will be able to do that much to my Toxicroak. But I'm not exactly sure on that because I don't play OU that much. But he goes for the Bullet Punch, and he told me that this Scizor was actually supposed to be banded, but it wasn't when he brought it in. So we both kind of had one Pokemon that wasn't how it was supposed to be, where it was supposed to be. But so basically I just got the free bulk up right there. So free +1 attack and defense. And I go for I get my Dry Skin back. Yeah, this is why he's on my rain team, for the Dry Skin. And he goes for another Bullet Punch, and with that +1 defense, and I mean, I think that Toxicroak is resistant to Steel anyway, so I'm not sure about that, but I'm not sure why he would go for Bullet Punch. But anyway, I mean, if without the +1 defense, it would have done a decent amount. But right here, I didn't even see if I moved or I used a move or not. But I go for another bulk up. This might be my second or third. I wasn't really paying attention. But yes, this is I go for 3 bulk ups in total, and that's basically enough to take out anything he can pull in here. That is, if I don't get outsped and killed. Because that is always a possibility with the Pokemon he has on his team. So right here, I don't know if I go for another bulk up. I don't know if this is my third bulk up or my second one. Alright, yeah, I go for the Drain Punch. I was expecting to either get really close to taking him out or OHKOing him, and you will see right here that I didn't take him out in one hit, but luckily he goes for the Swords Dance instead of trying to attack me. So basically, I know he's not going to switch out, and he isn't going to use a Bullet Punch, and if he does, it isn't going to do anything anyway. Or sorry, I knew he would use a Bullet Punch because he's not going to switch out, and basically anything could take him out with one hit. So I just go for the Sucker Punch, predicting his attack, and I got it right, predicted right, and I took him out. So he goes into this thing, this Latios, and I was actually scared of this. I figured it could easily take me out, since I'm pretty sure Latios, especially a special attacker, and I know that he runs Sidekick usually, I'm pretty sure, but he thought I was going to switch out seeing his Latios, so he double switches into his Fortress, which I was like, yes, I got the Drain Punch on his Fortress, which takes him down to a little bit under half HP, so I can just go for another one and finish his Fortress off. I was kind of expecting him to go for the Explosion, but I outspeed his Fortress, so it doesn't really matter. He goes back into this thing, and now I was like, okay, he's definitely going to attack me. But I decided to stay in, I wanted to see how much damage he could do to me, and if he was running Sidekick or not. And if he was, it probably would have been fatal, but and I was like, I'll attack him anyway and see how much a Drain Punch does to his Latios. But he actually double switches again, goes into his Politoed, and I'm not sure if this thing is defensively bulky, because I know mine is, but I got the crit, so I don't know if it would have mattered anyway. Plus, and also I'm at like +3, +4, whatever attack, so. And now he switches back into his Latios, and I figured he would, since he's already double switched twice, that I'd predict him to double switch again, but I didn't. I figured he would attack me because he has nothing else that could really take a Drain Punch from my Toxicroak. So I go for the Sucker Punch, I take out his Latios, then he brings in his Jolteon right here, and I go for the Sucker Punch, because I know he's going to attack, and I know a Sucker Punch could easily take out Jolteon. So now he sends in his Vaporeon, his Mermaid, and I switch out just because I wanted to make this battle a little bit more fun, and not so boring. And I go into my Starmie, he goes for the rest. I really didn't know what he was trying to do here. I thought he would just go for the attack, trying to take out whatever I had in, but yeah, he goes for the rest, which gains him his HP back, and I brought out my Starmie just so I could use Trick on him and lock him into whatever move he uses, which will be, I don't know if he uses Scald, I think he uses Scald, and it actually does a decent amount on my Starmie, and I get the leftovers from him. Yeah, he goes for the Scald, and it does a decent amount on my Starmie. I didn't know these things were special attackers, but I just thought they were HP bulky, and that's all. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I take him out, or I was going to go for the Thunder, but he forfeits, and that is the match. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.